Hey everyone, I'm Miguel Cortina with Motor Trend, and today is a very special day here at the Honda Proving Center in Southern California as we get to take a deeper look at the all-new 2021 Acura TLX. Joining me is John Ikeda, who's Acura's brand officer and vice president. John, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we're looking forward to introducing this car to everybody and get to know the car a little bit better today.
What a moment for the brand. First with the NSX a few years ago, launching it as the halo car for the brand. Then you went on to racing, you're winning races, and now we have a TLX, all new TLX that has a bunch of key ingredients to really compete in the sports sedan segment.
2015, we came out with the NSX and we were reorienting ourselves back to our heritage, which is precision crafted performance. And this is the next piece. The next piece is a sports sedan. I love sedans, and we're really happy about the introduction of this car.
And the Type S, of course, is coming, right? I mean, not only are you getting a sports sedan in and of itself right here, but also sort of like this pinnacle more of performance.
Yes, Type S is back. We told everybody that we're serious about our performance brand, and sports derivative is one of the big pieces that we want to bring, and the Type S is coming. It's a turbo V6. We talked about that, and it's coming soon, and it will be in this vehicle also. And so we're really excited about that part.
Well, let's talk more about the TLX, but I also hear that there is an open winding road for us. So
yes.
Let's make use of that. But because of the pandemic and physical distancing measures and all of that, you're going to jump in the TLX, I'm going to jump in the RDX, and we're going to go for a spin.
This is a performance vehicle. We got to get on the winding track. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Well, John, I just love that the new TLX keeps a lot of lines from the precision concept and the Type S concept.
Absolutely. I mean, I could tell you, Mark Ernst, the lead engineer for this beautiful car, really took a hard look at that car and said, what do we need to do from a package, platform, layout perspective so that the design team could execute something that is very close to that design. And I think they've done a really good job with that. I'm
just so happy that from the front, from the profile, from the rear, you can still see that DNA in the TLX. I had a chance to look at the TLX in person in a studio first. And this is the first time I'm looking at it on the road, moving. And even though the rear is what I'm looking at right now, I think that's the best angle. I don't know, you as a designer, what do you think? I just love the proportions in general, the stance of the vehicle, the cabin being pulled back. It's kind of like a slingshot kind of a feel to it, and it really looks like it's ready to go, even if it's standing still. So yeah, low and wide is the look we wanted. So obviously even the headlights are pulled out to the corner, the tires are pulled out to the corner, but the grille proportion, we want it to be more wide than obviously vertical to help enhance all of that. So it's a really clean and updated look, and we really like it. Moving on to the interior, it's like a night and day difference compared to the outgoing TLX, no? When I had a chance to sit inside, I thought the sitting position was actually lower. I don't know, driving it, how do you feel on the sitting position? The driving positions, all of these things from a package and layout point of view, they really think hard, the engineers do, because we want to make sure that, yes, it has to be sporty, but at the same time, you should feel comfortable. The key thing that you notice in the interior once you're in and you sit in this beautiful seat that we carried over from the RDX, is just such a great seat, is the width between the distance between your passenger and the driver. The center console being higher, it really has a first-class feel, if you will. I think those little things add up, and people will feel some of the premiumness of it, not just the sportiness of it, but premium feel about the interior just by the layout itself. I mean, at the end, that's where you're going to be spending most of the time anyways, right? So it's just as important, if not more important, than the exterior. Absolutely, absolutely. Talking about the platform, it's all new from the ground up, and there are everything, a better suspension system, it's lighter, right? It's more rigid too. So there are a lot of things that come into play to make it a better sports sedan. Absolutely.
And I guess the biggest thing for me from a platform perspective is the return of the double wishbone suspension. You know, I mean, it says so much about what we want to do with this brand. The double wishbone is back. Obviously, the contact patch and consistency through the corners are going to be a lot better now. And from a designer perspective, you know, it allows us to have that lower fender. It's a trademark heritage point with a lot of our early Honda Acura cars. You know, we did the double wishbone and allowed us to do a lot of things that were lower in the front end. The guys have done an incredible job with that.
So we're coming here on the straightaway. Why don't you push it a little bit and tell me about the performance?
All right, so the turbo, the four-cylinder turbo, a lot more torque with this. The way they've toned it isn't where, you know, you have a little lag and then a big push. It's very linear, even though it's a turbo. And I think once you push it, though, it definitely will go.
It's actually, you and I, if the RDX and the TLX have something in common, is that engine, right? But here, obviously in the RDX, it's a bigger car, more weight. The TLX, you're getting even more performance out of it, right? Because it's a smaller car, lighter weight. At Motor Trend, we tested the RDX and got from 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds. So what do you expect the TLX to be hitting the 0 to 60?
0 to 60s are numbers, but based on exactly what you say, obviously faster. Even though it's the same engine, it's tuned to be a sedan, and so you're going to definitely feel the difference there.
Yeah. Now we can't talk about performance and leave the Type S out. I think that's what I'm most excited about. Yeah,
Type S is Type S, you know, and so once the company decided to go back to precision crafted performance, you know, we started with the Halo car with the NSX. We went racing. We're winning trophies. Sports derivatives is a very critical component for the future of our brand as a performance brand. And the commitment to make a brand new engine, a V6 turbo engine, to complement vehicles like this and to take, you know, performance to the next level as a derivative is huge. And everybody's excited about it, because how we look at the way we develop these vehicles now is we look at the Type S, what do we need to do for a Type S, and then we work backwards from there, because we build everything to that spec, knowing that we're going to do that. So yeah, it's changed the way we look at cars and design cars altogether. And so it's not just a badge with a bigger engine coming. It sets it up for everything that we're doing top to bottom. And
it's also not only for the TLX, right? I believe the Type S sub-brand is going to be expanding across other Acura models.
Absolutely. Well, we've already talked about, you know, bringing 2 Type S's in the near future. You know, we're transforming the brand right now, and we really feel good about it.
So, John, you were saying we can speculate about what's coming, as you were saying about the Type S. We know there's a new MDX coming. Is there, do you think, the possibility of having an MDX Type S?
Absolutely. Why not? I can't say enough. We're a performance brand, and we need to have performance derivatives of the cars that we build, because that's where it starts from. And get ready, because MDX is going to be incredible.
And how about a performance compact sedan?
Oh, you heard about the performance compact sedan? Oh, you're talking, obviously you've been doing your homework online, but you know, I'm going to tell you something. We told you, you know, back in 2015, this is what we're going to do. You see our lineup that's coming online, and what else would you expect? You know, what else would you expect us to do? The time's come. I mean, a lot of things that we've been putting in the oven, it's baked, and it's time to come out. And so, get ready, Acura, you know, and precision crafted performance for real, and we're here.
Nice. Well, that's great to hear. Now, I also know that you like wagons, that you're a big wagon fan, and yeah. So do you think with, you know, the TSX wagon having left a few years ago, could we have a TLX wagon?
It's, you know, wagons are cool, and people that get it. But who knows, you know? I mean, we got to get the sedan out there, and we'll look at what we need to look at. But if things are working out, I'd like to think that there might be something in the future. That's just me. All the wagon guys out there, I feel you, I hear you. I've seen the iterations of the side view of this car already, have a wagon version of it online, and props and kudos to the guys that did that.
And how does it look?
It looks amazing. I always had the designer guy, do a wagon version of what we're doing. Please do a wagon. Let's take a look at it at least. But it's always a discussion. It's always a discussion point.
When can people expect the TLX to be on dealers? The Type S, when is it coming? That's, I think, the questions that everybody wants to know. How much it's going to cost, all of that.
Okay, so pricing, for this car, not the Type S, somewhere from the mid-30s is where we're at. We're out there competing with, the 3 Series, the A4s, the C-Class. So that's what this car's geared to compete with. Once again, though, having said that, once you see how wide this car is and how low slung and everything else, we're going to really go at it. But starting in the mid-30s is what we're looking for with this vehicle. The Type S is obviously going to be a little bit more because you're going to hit a lot more hardware. We're not ready to discuss all that yet or the launch of it, but believe me, it's right around the corner. This vehicle, end of summer, beginning of fall, look forward to seeing this car, and so stay tuned. I'm hustling the car through here a little bit quicker because we got it in the sport mode, and I'm starting to have a little bit more difficult time talking to you, Miguel. I'm gonna have to stay concentrated here. I'm gonna find myself on doing off-road driving in the new car here.
Well, John, thanks again, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, Miguel. It's been a lot of fun driving around the course today, it's the new era for Acura. It started with the NSX and the RDX. The TLX is the next big piece. Type S's are coming. Yeah, we look forward to letting you get behind the wheel soon.
All right, well, that was a deeper look at the all-new 2021 Acura TLX. I want to thank Acura and John for being here with us. And for more information, head on to motortrend.com.